Draw your sabers, Cloud City, and welcome on in to the next Let's Play that we're going to be tackling for the channel. Enotria, the last song. So I did go through, I started a Let's Play, I believe I made about 10 episodes. I got up to the second region, and something came out, and I decided I wanted to cover that more than I wanted to cover Enotria, and we kind of just pushed this off to the side. And now we're gonna jump in. We're gonna see if we can rekindle the fire. I wasn't too big of a fan of this, but I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna give it a second chance. We're gonna switch it. We switched it over to graphics. I might drop that. Depends on how framey it is. If it's really framey, shut off motion blur. But other than that, everything seems to be good. I didn't change anything, but sure will apply. And we're gonna do Soulsike mode, which is, I think, what I was playing the last time.
There was silence. Then came the first note. A primordial sound with no one to hear. Music birthed itself as a mirror of reality. And so music created men to listen to itself. In turn, they invented the arts to celebrate the mysteries of creation. They gave life to their own gods and legends. The gods, as flawed as their creators, fell victim to the darker impulses inherent in mankind. Humanity climbed atop a mountain made of fallen gods and declared itself the peak. A rebellious few discovered the power of the arts to shape reality according to their will. Pulcinella, the minstrel of change. Arlecchino, the king of theater. Captain Spaventa, the son of Meridiana. Pantalone, the merchant of destinies. Balanzoni, the herald of knowledge. Columbina, the saint of the stage.
So are those like the big baddies?
Authors drafted the Canovaccio, a script where the stage was the very world. It narrates the perfect world they envisioned, altering reality forever. And thus, the Canovaccio gripped the world and its creatures in eternal stagnation, trapping all behind a mask and its eternal role. In a world of masks, only one without a role can choose their destiny and free this world from stagnation.
And that's where we come in.
The tree of change bears fruits. Awaken, Maskless One. The stage is set.
Okay. Oh, hello. Ardore unraveling. The Maskless One can weaken the Canovaccio's grip on all manner of things. Fighting hostile beings causes them to build their unraveling meter. When filled, they will be temporarily exposed to a finishing strike. Yeah, we just saw that. That's a mighty fine Zugzug you got there. The Maskless One finishes off an unraveled enemy. They briefly enter the awakened state. While awakened, the Maskless One gains a variety of positive effects that depend on the mask they are currently wearing. Down he goes. Interesting. Acquired Armona Amber. Press Y to restore health. I don't need to, but I guess I will. Start with 5, that's pretty generous. Hello. The force of change. Berries feel good. So he's got iframes. We ain't dying here. Get out of here. We ain't dying here. Partial. Okay, maybe I will die here. Jesus. Back me on a corner. Just gotta get warmed up to it. Kill the force of change. Reality knots. A, open the loadouts menu to change your equipment. Right trigger to switch your loadout. A to open mask. A to equip the mask change. A to open your weapons. A to equip the greatsword. A to open the parry gems. A to equip the hardened stone. A to open your line. A to equip the drunken sword? Yeah, drunken sword. A to open tools. A for cobblestone. B to return to the knot. A to open path of innovators. That's a lot of shit to give you like right out the gate. Like, bro, like chill. Let me figure it out. Upon casting the mask line equipped in slot 1, your weapon is briefly infused with Graudio. I'm forced to buy that. Dodging attack causes the attacker to be slightly unraveled. Apparently I have to buy that one too. Go back into the loadouts, open the mask, equip that, and equip that. Open your aspects, equip the soldier, press B to return to the reality node, B to exit. Jesus. Then hit right trigger to switch to this. Song of Return. Maskless One has up to 3 loadouts at their disposal in which all kinds of equipment can be set while at a resting spot. While exploring, only weapons, gems, and consumables can be changed. Changing the active loadout can be done at any moment. Double pressing the swap input allows you to quickly select the loadout that is currently furthest in the pick order. Will you let me do things here? Like, let me mess with my own stuff. That's 5 to Bruiser, 5 to Assassin, 5 to Elementalist, 5 to Battle Mage, 5 to Trickster. Casting a range mass line briefly increases your Ardore power. Additionally, the mass line charges up slightly. Upon casting the mass line equipped to slot 3, your weapon is briefly infused with Fatuo. Then let's go the greatsword. And you know what? Let's go with the halberd. Go drunken. Wait, so which one is it? 1. It's Viz. Okay, it's fine. We'll just go with this for now. I don't know what else it's saying I could put here, but whatever. Level up. We already have an extra 5 into Elementalist. Let's go. Got 3 levels. Which one's Health Bruiser? Maskless One. Yeah, we already did this. We already talked about that. Hold left trigger and right bumper for Ardore burst. How do we? Oh, that's not how you swap weapons. How do you swap weapons? Oh, okay, so it's up on the D-pad. Let me get my healing back. Burst through that. I don't think I ever tried the halberd in this. I always just use greatsword, because, you know, greatsword supremacy and all. Mask lines are powerful Ardore abilities. In order to use them, the Maskless One needs to land attacks on their enemies, which gradually charges them up. This enemy has innate Fatua defense. This makes them immune to Fatua damage, but vulnerable to Gradia. Try infusing your weapon with Gradia and using Gradia lines to deal increased damage. I see, like, this is the part that bothered me. So, like, because bro has that defense, like, I'm only doing 10 damage. I think that's Gradia inflicts radiant, causing one to recover health over time. However, taking damage while afflicted triggers a powerful explosion. An enemy is afflicted with radiant, they recover health over time. However, hitting them triggers a powerful explosion that can knock you backwards, ending the status prematurely. Try to use ranged attacks to avoid getting pushed away. Fatua inflicts wicked, increasing one's own elemental power. However, suffering damage causes the attackers to heal themselves. Well, I can't use that. He's immune to it. Physical defense and elemental defense mitigate different types of damage and have to be enhanced independently. Always take note of the weapon wielded by the enemy, as it will reveal which type of elemental damage the enemy will inflict. When an enemy is afflicted with dizzy, all the damage they deal is increased. However, the enemy will also take more damage in return. Try to use powerful attacks to quickly finish them off and try not to get hit. I do like that crossbow. The crossbow is nice. Ammonia sap. Raw sap that allows the user to recover some health upon damaging an enemy for a brief duration. Clearing up the effects of dizzy. Viz inflicts dizzy, which increases damage dealt as well as stamina regeneration at the cost of lower defenses. Inflicted with dizzy, all the damage you deal is increased alongside your stamina regeneration. However, all your defenses are reduced. It takes great skill to take full advantage of this status. Juniper sword. Very long sword. We'll go ahead and switch away from the halberd and use that. Well, I don't know. How was the halberd again? Is it swipes? Ooh, it is swipes. I might stick with the halberd. $4 and on day. Alright, let's get out of this tutorial and start roaming around. Field of Beginnings, Quinta. Ready to sprint, obviously it's going to consume stamina. See, it's nice against multiple enemies, so I might honestly keep the halberd. I might run like the halberd and the And a great sword. Ephesite fragments? What's that? Potion made from ancient herbs significantly increases Fatu defense. Fragments of Ephesite used to upgrade weapons up to a certain point. Okay, so it's like your upgrade mats. You can already gain a level. Little yellow dot above our HUD thing in the upper right tells me that. Oh, the hell did you just throw at me? Bro, what are you doing? Oh my god. I hit X to attack. Damn you, Kazan. Oh my god. Shish kebab time. Oh. Gardener mash shards. Miracle pesto. Yeah, see, just the range on the halberds making me happy. We'll go that way in a few. I want to get to like a rest point first.
Be precise and never rushed.
Ooh, dude, the halberd though. I am fucking with the halberd. I don't think I ever used it in the last attempt of doing a let's play on this. Two levels. Do I dare just get... There it goes. That wasn't letting me go down here. That's attack power, elemental power, stamina, battle mage is Ardore power. Ooh. Let's just go health for now. Just gonna keep pumping health. You have 19 of these. I'm being hit while Mask Line is being used. That Mask Line will charge up slightly. This can only occur once. Mask Line cast. Mask Lines charge up slower but deal more damage. What is this? Okay, so this is Battle Mage. Mask Lines charge up faster but deal less damage. This is Bruiser. Dealing damage with light attacks increases the damage of heavy attacks or vice versa. Suffering damage resets these effects. Suffering melee damage causes the attacker to sustain physical damage in return. I say let's snag both of those. Dealing damage with a weapon briefly increases your physical power. Dealing damage with a weapon briefly increases your physical defense. Killing an enemy briefly increases the damage dealt by heavy attacks. Okay, I need stuff that's parry. On dealing damage, your stamina regeneration is briefly increased. Yes. Your physical status and element power are slightly increased. Your status power and the damage dealt by finishing attacks are increased. Dodging attack briefly increases your physical status and elemental power by a small amount. Dealing a finishing attack to minor enemies instantly kills them. I like that. Upon casting the Mask Line equipped slot 4, your weapon is briefly infused with Milano. Viz. Your weapon is infused, you deal increased elemental damage. Since it's element heavy, I probably should dive into the elementalist path. Your health is above a certain threshold. For Perfectly pairing an attack heals you by a portion of your max health. I need that. I want the parry stuff. Your health is below a certain threshold, you parry attacks more effectively. Yes, I need these two next. Okay. Oh wait, I gotta equip all that, right? Not like you just buy it and you have it. And you gotta equip it in your loadout. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get rid of dealing damage with light attacks, increase the damage of heavy attacks, vice versa. Suffering melee damage causes the attacker to sustain physical damage in return. Dealing damage with a weapon briefly increases your physical power. On dealing damage, your stamina regeneration is increased. Suffering melee damage causes the attacker to sustain physical damage in return. We'll see how good that is. Let's get rid of this. Path of Fury. I'm just gonna get rid of all of these for now. We're just gonna run those. See how that does. So we have the cave over there. Let's go this way. Kill 2 sharp retorts. Halberd's good. Okay, now I want to go after this guy. I might be able to run and jump that. Oh no, I don't have to. Grape cutter. Did I just aggro the lumberjack? No. Thought I did. I heard something. I'm like, uh-huh. Who's aggro? Who is pissed off at me right now? Okay, so that is what you have. I can't change these, can I? Damn, I cannot. Okay, so he's gonna be interesting. Let's go back. So I need... He is... What is that? Viz? I mean, I get... Oh, why didn't I do that? Let's do that. We're gonna mess with our loadouts for a second. This episode's probably gonna go a little bit longer than the usual 30. I want to kind of get a grasp of the game. So let's go to this one. We're still gonna run the same weapons. The halberd and the colossal grate. Let's go elementalist. Then let's go golden dart, duelist virtue. Let's get rid of you and you. Then we're gonna go with I think it's fatuo that we need, yeah. So let's go that, and let's go that. Then we're gonna go Path of Fury, Lair of Thorns. Wait. Oh, I didn't do Path of Fury. I did Danza di Spada, sorry. This is Path of Fury. And then let's get, ooh, I don't know, hold on. What? Let's get rid of the thorns, because I have a feeling like that's not going to be that good. And let's grab Path of Trickery. Now let's go see how we do. So this is switched over to this. So it's what? In line 3, so I have to do Duelist Virtue in order to infuse my weapon with Gradia. Or no, not Gradia, Fatuo.
I can't hit another fight.
Was built up pretty quick too. That's nice. Then we have the Elementalist focus, so we'll probably do some decent damage with So I have to do L2 or not L2, LT and A. So what? LT and A. That didn't work? It switched me weapons. Can you heal? Thank you. Oh, missed the parry. Okay, yeah. I think that skill that I have set switches weapons. Yeah, so obviously we're not going to... Okay. We gotta change that. I should have read that a little better. So, loadout number 2 here. Let's switch you to you. Make sure I'm in the right set here. That also would have helped too. There he goes. And just to make sure that you don't follow me up there. Okay, so it's LT and A. An enemy is afflicted with Wicked, they will deal more elemental damage. However, hitting them will heal you. The more aggressive you are, the better. Yeah, that made you a hell of a lot easier. Lumberjack is down. Oh, dude. I didn't get it this time around. Last time around I got his axe, and it was so good. And it was like the first kill too. Like, killed him, got the axe. Unraveled spices. Okay, so we need to do the same thing here. Be aggressive. I feel like I have a better grasp on this time around already versus the first time I tried doing a let's play on this. It was like a lot of this shit, like mechanics, I was struggling with, and now it's like I'm looking at it and it's like I don't know, it just makes sense. It's like you look at their health bar, it's pink. Use Fatua. Like, I don't know. First time around, none of it made sense. I can't tell you why. It made no sense to me. I was just like, why am I not doing any damage? This sucks. Okay, so level up. I have so many levels. Okay, let's get it to 20. 4 more levels still. I don't want to bump into Battle Mage. The Elementalist. I really probably should look at wrapping, but yeah, we'll wrap up here. But anyway, stay tuned, guys. We will have more Enotria coming your way at a later time, and I'll catch y'all then.